I'm going to continue playing my Saga campaign, playing the Tower of Cirith Ungol, the first quest in the Mountain of Fire expansion. Each player may change heroes he controls without incurring a +1 threat penalty. Attach a heavy burden to the hero with the last of the company attached. Each player chooses an item, boon, excluding Andriel from the campaign pool and sets it aside out of play. Remove each burden with the following burden set icons from the encounter deck. Then flip this card over. Forced. When players advance to stage 3A, attach a heavy burden to the ring bearer. Attach each set aside item boon to Shagrat as a guarded objective. When Shagrat is defeated, return each guarded boon to its owner's hand. We're setting aside the Palantir of Orthanc and the Mithril Shirt. We're going to stay with the same heroes, playing Bond of Friendship Hobbit deck. With Sam, Pippin, Mary, and Tom Cotton. Now we're going to be playing our Messenger of the King, Rosie. Rosie, Glorfindel, and Fatty. And this deck is made specifically for this quest. The focus on this is location control and let the orcs destroy themselves. So try to keep the orcs in the staging area. So keep low threat and to put the nasty treacheries into the victory display. Starting threat for the Hobbit deck is 30. Rosie deck is 16. We have a +2 threat penalty. For our opening hands, 2 sneak attacks, Raise the Shire, Hobbit Cloak, Sting, and a Gaffer. Because we have the Gaffer, we'll keep it. Hopefully we'll get a Gandalf. Go over to the Rosie deck. Fast Hitch, Thor's Key, Door is Closed, Silver Lamp, Elrond's Console, and a Scout Ahead. We'll keep this hand. 1A. Pass the 2 watchers. Set Shagrat aside out of play. Add the 2 watchers, location side face up, and topmost chamber to the staging area. The first player loses control of the ring bearer and places it face up under the topmost chamber as a guarded objective. Then, the first player attaches last of the company to a hero he controls and attaches the 1 ring to that hero. So we're setting Shagrat aside out of play. Got the topmost chamber. Now we're putting the Mountain of Fire version of Frodo as the captive objective. We're adding the last of the company, the ring, and the heavy burden to Sam. We got the 2 watchers. Location side face up. And when you travel to it, you flip it over. And then the 2 wraiths on wings also get added. .45 threat, 0 45 engagement cost, 0 threat, 6 attack, 4 defense, 12 hit points, Nazgul, and the Wraith on Wings get +1, -1 threat for +1 threat and -1 engagement cost for each resource on it. And at the beginning of the quest phase, you place 1 resource on the Wraith on Wings to a limit of 5. (1B) 0 quest points. Each non-unique location gets -1 threat and cannot leave the staging area. While the 2 watchers is in the staging area, enemy side face up, it is considered to be engaged with each player. This stage cannot be defeated while the 2 watchers is in play. And because of Gandalf's delay, we skip the draw step on our first turn. We're going to put Sting onto Tom Cotton. Right now it's 5 defense because of the boon. Rosie has 3 willpower because of her boon. Now we're going to put a Hobbit cloak onto Tom. Now he gets +2 defense. Attack an enemy. For an enemy attack that is greater than his threat. Going over to the Rosie deck. Scout ahead. Put a fast hitch onto Rosie. Put a source key onto Glorfindel. Now we're going to exhaust the one Sam because of the heavy burden. And there's a total of 5 in the staging area. We're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we're going to go towards Scout Ahead. Orcish Howls. Deal 1 damage to each enemy in the staging area. Card 2, a Winding Stairs. So we added 3 threat. So we quested successfully by 2. We're going to exhaust Rosie and add 3. So we quest successfully by 5. Rosie gets a resource. And we explore Scout Ahead. And Scout Ahead is, when this stage is defeated, the first player searches the top X cards of the encounter deck for 1 non-objective card worth no victory points and adds it to the victory display. Put the remaining cards back in any order. X is the number of players plus 4. So we can look at 6. Winding Stairs, Orc Archer, Wandering Uruk, Orcish Howls, Evil Vigilance, and a Torchlit Hall. We're going to get rid of the Evil Vigilance. We're going to be engaging this, so we're going to have that as a shadow card. We're going to have these 2 to reveal next turn. There we go. So we're going to optionally engage the Race on Wings. That readies up Sam. You draw a card. Hobbit Archer. Now we're going to block with Tom. You discard this, it does 2 damage. And removes a shadow card with Well Warned. And we take no damage. Now we go to the next round. We stay the first player because we have last of the company. Faint. And the first Hobbit ally I play doesn't require a resource match. We're going to put in a gapper. Go over to the Rosy deck. Northern Tracker. We're going to be adding 2. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the staging area. So we can quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. So we got Torchlit Hall, Winding Stairs. So we quested for 8, and there's 8 in the staging area. Now we're going to optionally engage this Race on Wings. That readies up Sam. Get a draw card, Gandalf. Then we're going to play a Raise the Shire. After you engage an enemy, search the top 5 cards of your deck for a Hobbit ally and put it into play. Search your entire deck if the enemy has higher engagement cost, and it does. We're going to get Farmer Maggot. And when it enters play, you get to deal 1 damage to an enemy engaged with you, 2 damage instead if the enemy's engagement cost is higher than your threat. So I get to deal out 2 damage. Which one do I want to deal it to? So I can attack. He's not exhausted. He's for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would deal 6 damage here. And then if I did a sneak attack Gandalf, I could deal 4 damage. So I would need 7. I could attack with 3. Okay, so I'm going to deal the 2 damage to the Race on Wings here. It's already damaged. Now I'm going to deal out shadow cards. I'm going to take this race on wing undefended. Orcish Howls. Deal 1. If you are engaged with another enemy, resolve this attack against that enemy. So it's going to attack this race on wings and deal 2 damage. And then we're going to return Gaffer to our hand to prevent that other Nazgul from attacking. So we need 9 attack. We're going to play a sneak attack. Alright, so let's see. We could attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we're going to do a sneak attack Gandalf. Deal 4 damage. Or if I attack 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we're going to deal 4 damage to this race on wings. And now we're going to attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and add Rosie to make 17 and destroy this race on wings. And we're giving the plus defense to Tom. And now Tom readies up. Do we have a oh, we don't have any fast hitch. We'll just do that other trick that I was thinking. This comes back to my hand now at the end of the round. Okay. The Farmer Maggot comes back to my hand. Draw a card, Odo Proudfoot. Now the first Hobbit ally play doesn't require a resource match. We are going to put Farmer Maggot into play. We're going to spend 3. And when it enters play, you can deal 2 damage to an enemy that higher engagement cost. I'm going to do 2 damage to the Nazgul and it's destroyed. Now I'm going to go over to the Rosie deck. Keena's Lances. Keena's Lances now cost 4. I'm going to actually spend 4 play Akina's Lances and give Glorfindel 2 resources. And then I'm going to put in a Northern Tracker for 4. Now we go to the questing phase. We're going to quest for 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to leave up Mary. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First card is a Orc of Mordor. Next card is a Deep Summons, Doom 2. Each player must choose either discard your hand with at least 3 cards or reveal an encounter card. We're going to discard our hand here with at least 3 cards and revealing an encounter card here. Torchlit Hall. And now the next card is a Uric Soldier. We're going to exhaust Mary and use his ability to reduce my threat by 3. So that added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bringing it up to 11. We quested unsuccessfully by 1. We're going to use Rosie's ability to increase our willpower by 3. So now we quest successfully by 2. Rosie gets a resource. Now we don't need to engage anyone, but we're going to travel to the Watcher. And now he comes back as a 5 attack enemy. And we're going to play a sneak attack Gandalf. And reduce our threat by 5 out of 26. And we're going to block with Gandalf. No shadow, no damage. And we're taking this attack undefended. He gets a +1 attack for each damage, no damage on it. So we take 5 threat. Now we're going to attack back with Farmer Maggot for 4 and Tom Cotton for 2 to make 6, and that destroys the 2 Watchers. And now we go to the next stage. 2A, Fighting in the Tower. When revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and discard cards from the top X until X enemies are discarded, where X is the number of players in the game. Add each discarded enemy to the staging area. And Gandalf comes back to my hand. Echoing Passage, draw to the ring, got a Wounded Uruk, and a Gore Bag. Now we go to the next round. Hail of Stones. Draw a card. Hobbit Archer. Go over to the Rosy deck. Keena's Lances. Keena's Lances won't cost 3. 1, 2, 3, and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Gonna put a double back. Now we're gonna go into the questing phase, and 2B, 18 quest points. Forced, at the beginning of the quest phase, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. If there is a copy of that enemy in the staging area, discard that copy as well. If there is not, add the discarded enemy to the staging area. So like in the books, this is when the orcs fight against each other, fighting over all the loot that was on Frodo, like that mithril vest. So that discards this Orc of Mordor. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 in the staging area because the locations no longer are reduced. When the Northern Tracker commits to the quest, puts progress onto the locations. We're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Gonna put out a progress on each of the locations. We will raise each of our threats by 1 to keep him up. So now we got 14. There's 17 in the staging area. And we're going to go towards double back. First card is a Uric Soldier. Second card is a Drawn to the Ring. We're going to exhaust the ring and reveal a encounter card. Orcish Howls. Deal 1 damage to each enemy in the staging area. So that adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to play an Infighting. Move any number of damage from one enemy to another. We're going to move 3 damage from the wounded Uruk to Gorbag. Then we're going to play a Hail of Stones and exhaust Tom to put 1 damage onto Gorbag, and he's destroyed. So now we added 2. We're going to exhaust Rosie to add 3 to this, our willpower. 1, 2, 3. So we quested unsuccessfully by 2. We have to raise our threat by 2. Now we're going to go to the next round. Faint. We're going to put a Gaffer into play. Put Odo into play. We get to search the top 5 cards for a Hobbit ally and put it in our hand. We got Bilbo. Go over to the Rosie deck. Gandalf. We're going to play the Galadriel's Greeting. and reduce our threat by 6, down to 27. Now we're going to exhaust. We're going to raise our threat by 1 to keep Sam up. Going into the questing phase, we're going to discard cards until an enemy is discarded. A wounded Uruk, yes. That gets rid of this wounded Uruk. Now there is going to be 1, 7. This is going to go away. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we're going to clear this. I'll put 1 progress onto each of these. First card is a Saga Archer. We're going to exhaust Mary and reduce the threat by 2. Second card is a Deep Shadows, Doom 2. And we're going towards the double back. And now we have to reveal 2 more cards. Orcish Howls. Deal 1 damage to each enemy in the staging area. And the next card is a Bloodied Courtyard. So that added 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bringing it up to 23. So we're going to exhaust Rosie to add 3. So we raise our threat by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 37 and 36. Now we're going to travel to one of the winding stairs. We have to each exhaust a character. We're going to exhaust Fatty and Tom. And now all enemies in the staging area get plus 10 engagement cost. So we don't need to engage anyone, but we do have archery 2. We're going to put 1 damage on each of the hobbits. Now we go to the next round. Draw a card. Honor Guard. I'm going to put in a Gandalf. And reduce my threat by 5. Down to 33. Going over to the Rosie deck. Gandalf. Now we go to the questing phase. And we are going to raise each player's threat by 1 to keep Sam up. And we discard cards. Echoing Passage. That's a Wounded Uruk. So there would be 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 in the staging area. We're going to be exhausting him, so these are both going to go away. So then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in the staging area. We're going to quest for 2, 3, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, we got 19, and these 2 go away. And 1 progress gets put on this one. First card is a Orcish Howls. Deal 1 damage to each enemy. Card number 2. Evil Vigilance. Raise our threat by the number of questing characters. Or discard a questing character. So we add 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to the staging area, bringing it up to 25. We could add Rosie to make it 1, 2, 3. So we would raise our threat by 3. Now if we discard, we're going to discard this here. So we're going down 1. And then over here, we're going to raise our threat by 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 25 in the staging area. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25. And we quest 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we raise our threat by 3. And all these still have plus 10 engagement cost. So this is at 44. Plus 4 more makes it 48. So no enemies have to engage. So we're just going to go to the next round. Sometimes those howling orcs can be a problem. Gandalf goes away. Now we could have raised this one threat by 1 to minus off 3. So we didn't need to raise our threat by 3. There we go. From the Ring's ability on the last of the company. Draw a card, Fast Hitch. We're going to put a Fast Hitch onto Mary. Try to reduce threat. Then we're going to put a Honor Guard into play. We also had Archery 2 on the last turn. We've put it onto Gandalf. Now I'll go over to the Rosie deck. Steward of Gondor. We're going to play 1, 2, and put the Steward of Gondor onto Glorfindel. And then we're going to spend 1, 2, exhaust Steward to add 2. Now we're going to spend 2 and 1. Put in Gandalf and reduce our threat by 5 down to 39. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. Discard cards, Deep Shadows, Bloodied Courtyard, Echoing Passage, and a Saga Archer, so that discards him. Now we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, raising each other's threat by 1. Be able to keep him up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, raise our threat by 1 to make 19, 20, 21. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the staging area. First card is a Drawn to the Ring. What enemies are there left in here? There's a good chance that it is a Saga archer because we have only 2 here. It could be this one because we only have 2, and it's not going to be that. Or it also could be a Eric soldier. We're just going to exhaust the ring and reveal the next card. So it's Torchlit Hall. Next card is a Eric soldier. We're going to exhaust Mary and reduce our threat by 3. So that added 5. So we quest successfully by 4. We can exhaust Rosie to make it 3 more. So we quest successfully by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it puts 1 here, clears this, and then clear the double back. So each player reduces their threat by 5. We go down to 30. And we go down to 36. And 30, this is 42, it doesn't need to come in. This is 38, doesn't need to come in. So we're going to optionally engage a Eric soldier. That readies up Sam. And we get a draw card. Sorengil. Tom is 2 attack, that's 4 attack. What card would that be? So we got 1 of these left. And 1 of the Snog archers left in the deck. So of those 4 cards, 2 of them are those enemies. Do we have any? No. So we just feign them, and we know we can destroy them. So we're just going to feint the Eric soldier. And then we're going to attack for 2, 3, 4, and he's destroyed. And we wanted to get him out of there because there's no way that we can just have them destroy themselves if they're all in the staging area. So now we go to, we had to raise our threat by 2 when we engaged him. Now we go to the next round. Draw a card, Buckland Sheriff. I'm going to play Thorngill. Attached to a non-fellowship, non-Baggins hero you control. Response. After you attach Thorngill to a hero, search your collection for a different non-fellowship, non-Baggins version of that hero and attach it to Thorngill. While Thorngill is in play, attached hero gains the game text and resource icon of the attached hero card. If Thorngill leaves play, removes the hero card attached to it from the game. So we're going to attach it to Mary, and we're going to get Mary's Tactics version. So Mary's going to gain +1 attack for each Hobbit hero you control, and a response after Mary participates in an attack that destroys an enemy, or any another character that participates in that attack, and the Tactics resource icon. So to pay for that, I'm going to use 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to put Bilbo into play. I could search our deck for a spare pipe. Now we're going to go over to the Rosie deck. Song of Wisdom. I'll put a Song of Wisdom onto Rosie. She gets the lore icon. Now we're going to play a Gandalf. This Gandalf leaves gone. And we're going to reduce our threat by 5. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. We're going to raise each of our threat by 1 to keep Sam up. So we know we're going to be keeping this enemy. Yes. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in the staging area. And we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22, 23. First card is a Bloody Courtyard. And the next one is Orc of Mordor, Surge, Drawn to the Ring. I'm going to either exhaust the ring and reveal an encounter card, or discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until enemy is discarded. And the next card is a Orcish Howls. Deal 1 damage to each enemy in the staging area. Well, it destroys the wounded Urk. It's 1 damage here, 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 here. So now that added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to the staging area, bringing it up to 27. You can exhaust Rosie to add 3 more. So we got quested unsuccessfully by 1. So we're going to travel to the Torchlit Hall. After the players travel to Torchlit Hall, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. If there is a copy of that enemy in the staging area, discard that copy as well. If there is not, add just discarded enemy to the staging area. We add it to the staging area. So all enemies get +4 engagement cost because of Pippin. So this is 38. We don't need to engage it. These are 42. We don't need to engage them. And these are 32. So we have to engage both of these. So we engaging here. Then we have to exhaust a character. We're going to exhaust Mary. And this is coming down here. And we don't have anyone to exhaust. Deal out shadow cards. We're going to block with Tom. Sting does no damage. We discard this, and we take no damage. Now this goes undefended. Attacking for 3. We're going to exhaust the Honor Guard to make it only 2 damage dealt. We're going to put that onto Fatty. Now we go to the next round. Gandalf goes away. Lambring. put a spare pipe on the Tom. Search the top 5 cards for an event. Put it in our hand. And I get a test of will. Go over to the Rosy deck. Out of the Wild. We're going to play an Out of the Wild. We have to pay full price. And search the top 5 cards of the encounter deck for one non-objective card worth no victory points. And add it to the victory display. Shuffle the encounter deck. Add Out of the Wild to the victory display. So Kina's Lances are now going to be free. So we're going to have 5 cards worth no victory points in the victory display. We're going to get rid of an Echoing Passage. Now we go into the questing phase. We have to discard enemy cards until we get an enemy. Oh, we don't have him. Now we're questing. We quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're raising each of our threats by 1 to keep him up. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is cleared. 1 here, and 1. Well, that's active. 16. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in the staging area. First card is a Orcish Howls. Deal 1 damage to each enemy in the staging area. Well, that destroys the Urukai soldier. Deals 1 damage there. And now let's get another one. A Torchlit Hall. So we added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the staging area, bringing it up to 21. We're going to exhaust Rosie. Increase by 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to raise our threat by 1, 2, and exhaust the ring to reduce by staging threat by 3. 1, 2, 3. So we quested successfully by 1. With 1 progress here. Now go into the engagement phase. We're going to engage the Wounded Urk. We have archery 2. We're going to put it onto the honor guard. Deal out shadow cards. We're going to block with Tom Cotton from the Wounded Uruk and Orcish Owls. I remove this, so we take no damage. And now this goes undefended. It's +1 for each damage on it. So it's attacking for 4. We're going to exhaust the honor guard to cancel 1 of the damage. And then we're going to do 3 damage to Tom. And Tom is +1 hit point because of the spare pipe. And this goes undefended. And got to put 3 damage. We're going to put it on the Glorfindel. Now for attacking back, we're going to attack back with Glorfindel and destroy this Orc of Mordor. And we go to the next round. Draw a card, 11 Z's. Spend 2 and put a Hobbit Archer into play. Spend 3 or 2 and put Glamdring into play onto Glorfindel. Go over to the Rosie deck. Treebeard. We're going to put Treebeard into play. We're going to each raise our threat by 1 to keep Sam up. Now we discard cards until we get an enemy. That's a Saga Archer, so this guy is gone. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the staging area. Now we deal 1 progress on each of the locations. Now we're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We attacked back with him for, he's only for 4. Got rid of this guy. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Raise our threat by 1 to make 19. First card is a Uric Soldier. We're going to exhaust Mary and reduce our threat by 3. And the next card is a Ill Fate. Attach that to Fatty. And then a Orc of Mordor. And that is Surge to Winding Stairs. So that added a total of 3, 4, 5, 6. So we quest successfully by 4. So we're going to clear this and put 3 progress onto the main quest. Now we're going to travel to the Winding Stairs. And we're going to exhaust Rosie and our Hobbit Archer. And we don't need to engage anyone. We're going to block with Tom Cotton, and Sting does no damage. Remove this. No damage. Go to the next round. Draw a card. Raise the Shire. Go over to the Rosie deck. Source Key. Okay. Now we're going to go to the staging step. Discard cards. Oh, we don't have one of them. So the Saga Archer is put into the staging area. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and put out a... We're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Raise each of our threat by 1. No. I'm going to keep this guy exhausted. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, First card is a Saga Archer. We're going to exhaust Mary to reduce our threat by 2. Next is a Drawn to the Ring. First player must choose either exhaust the 1 ring and reveal an encounter card, or discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded and put that into play. Engage as him. We're going to play Test the Will and cancel that. So we added 2 to the staging area. So we can exhaust Rosie to add 3. 1, 2, 3. So we quested successfully by 1. So this is 42. So we don't need to engage anyone. We have Archery 4. We're going to put it on the Treebeard. Now, Tom Cotton is going to block. Sting does 2 damage, so he's destroyed. Go to the next round. Shirefolk. Replace Shirefolk and reduce our threat by 4. I'm going to put in a Hobbit Archer for 2. Go over to the Rosie deck. Shadow of the Past. Okay, hopefully we'll get one of these. We're going to go to the questing phase, and hopefully we'll get one of these 3 enemies. We have a 60% chance of knocking one of them out. Deep Shadows, Drawn to the Ring, Torchlit Halls, Echoing Passage, Evil Vigilance, no. Wounded Urk. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And these 2 are getting cleared from the Northern Tracker. So we're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. First one, Bloody Courtyard, and a Eric Soldier. So that added 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we quested unsuccessfully by 2. We're going to exhaust Rosie and add 3. 1, 2, 3. So we quest successfully by 1. 1 progress here, and we gain a resource. This is 42. So this is coming down. And this guy's, I want to try to get rid of those. We're going to optionally engage this Uric soldier. That will ready up Sam, get a draw card, and we can search the top. We search our deck for a Hobbit ally and put it into play. We're going to get Young Tom. When he enters play, enemies get plus 5 engagement cost. So no other enemies need to be engaged. He also gets +2 attack. We're going to block with Tom. And Orcish Howls does no damage. Remove this. Another Orcish Howls. No damage. Then we're going to attack back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's destroyed. The end of the round. Oh, we have archery. 2. We're going to cancel 1 with Tom and put 1 on to. We cancel 1 with the Honor Guard and put 1 on to Farmer. Maggot. Go to the next round. Draw a card. Keenest Lances. We're going to play Keenest Lances and put 2 resources on the Sam. Then we're going to pay to Sam and put a Fellowship of the Ring onto Sam Gamgee, so all our heroes get +1 willpower. We're going to put Young Tom into play. All our enemies get +5 engagement cost. Go over to the Rosie deck. Infighting. Now, we are going to play a Shadow of the Past and put a Uric soldier on top of the deck. Well, we actually had archery 4, so we have to deal 2 more archery. Put one on Rosie and one on the, put both of them on the hobbits, archers. And we're going to play an infighting and move 2 damage from the Uric soldier onto this guy, and he's gone. Going to raise each of our threats by 1 to keep Sam up. We need to start getting through here quick because our threat's getting out of control. Okay, now we discard cards. I wonder what it's going to be. It's a Uric soldier. So that takes these 2 out of the, discards those 2 from the staging area. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, lowest in a while. And we put 1 progress here with an quest Northern Tracker. And all our heroes have +1 willpower. So we're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So we build a Saga archer. We're going to play a 1 and put a Buckland Sheriff into play because it's after an enemy that shares a trait with an enemy that the victory display is added to the staging area. Spend 1 tech lore resource to put it into play. And now the next one is a Wounded Uruk. Comes in with 2 damage, so we added 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we quested successfully by 17. That puts 2 here. And we're going to exhaust Rosie to add 4. So quest success for 21. So here now 19 goes through. We're up to 22. And now we're going to travel to the topmost chamber. So they can't travel here unless there's 18 progress here. We actually don't even need to exhaust Rosie because it only needs 18. And we have to put Shagrat into play to be able to travel there. And he's a 46 threat, a 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6 orc Yurk. Can't have non-boon attachments and can't take combat damage. Allies can't attack or defend against Shagrat. And after progress is placed on the quest, Shagrat gets minus X engagement cost until the end of the round, where X is the number of progress just placed. So none of the archers engage. This is, and they all have +5. So that means +9, so that's 37. 43. So this one's coming down. This one's coming down. And Shagrat doesn't need to come down. We have 4, 9. Raise up, this would be 10. So if we engaged him over here, and we're going to optionally engage. Oh, that would exhaust Rosie. Here's how we're going to optionally engage Shagrat. That is going to ready up Sam. And now one of these is coming down here. We're going to have the Orc of Mordor engage here, and we're going to exhaust the Buckland Sheriff. And this is coming down here. And now we have 6 archery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we deal out shadow cards. There's only one shadow card. We're going to return Gaffer to our hand to prevent the Shagrat from attacking. We're going to block the Orc of Mordor with Tom. Then we're going to play a Feint to prevent a Wounded Urk from attacking. And now we can attack back. We're going to attack back with Mary for 5 add in Rosie to make 9, and Sam to make 11, and that destroys Shagrat. And then we're going to ready up the Treebeard and attack and destroy this Wounded Uruk. Now we exhausted the Honor Guard to cancel one of the damage by the archery. And now we go to the next round. Draw a card. Dagger of Westerness. We're going to put a dagger onto Mary. Put a gaffer into play. Go over to the Hobbit deck. Gandalf. We're going to put a Gandalf into play. Now, we're going to reduce our threat by 5, down to 41. Now we have to discard enemies. We know we're going to be getting an enemy, because all 3 of those are in the staging area. Okay. Now there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the staging area. We're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We only need 1. We're going to quest with Fatty instead of Gandalf, so we're at 19. First card, it's Deed Summons. Discard your hand with at least 3 cards, or reveal an encounter card. Doom 2. You have to reveal 2 encounter cards. Bloodied Courtyard. Echoing Passage, we're going to put our Sword's Key onto that so it's blank. And then the next card is a Drawn to the Ring. You could exhaust the ring or discard card. We're going to exhaust the ring. And the next one is a Winding Stairs. So we added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we quested successfully by 2. That clears the topmost chamber. we get control of Frodo, and we go to the next stage. 3A. When revealed, add Last of the Company to the victory display, attach the one ring to the ring bearer, and exhaust the ring bearer. The first player moves the two watchers from the victory display to the staging area, location side face up. Each other player reveals an encounter card. So now we get all these things attached to the ring bearer. These over. Put the watchers back into play, location side face up, and he is now 6 threat. Because we're at stage 3. And we reveal a card drawn to the ring, so we have to discard cards until an enemy is discarded. It's a wounded Uruk, so that has 35 now because we have a Hobbit, so we get a ready up Sam and draw a card. Okay, 3B. The players cannot travel to the two watchers unless there are at least 12 progress at this stage. While the two watchers is in the staging area, enemy side face up, it is considered to get +3 threat and +3 defense, and is considered to be engaged with each player. This stage cannot be defeated while the two watchers is in play. If this stage is defeated, the players win the game. So no enemies except for this need to engage us. And that's at 43. So we will engage him here. Now we deal out shadow cards. Now we have archery 6. We're going to put 3 onto Gandalf. Now we got 3 more. Put 1 onto a Buckland Sheriff. Put 1 onto Glorfindel. We have to exhaust. And when we engaged. We're going to put it onto Rosie. Now for attacking, we're going to block Uruk with Tom, and does no damage. Remove the shadow card. And now he's attacking going to block with Sam. If you're engaged with another enemy, resolve this attack against that enemy. So we are. So it's going to attack this guy, and he should have 2 damage on him. Just going to say that this is damage. And now we're going to block with Gandalf. Attacking enemy makes an additional attack. We're going to ready up Treebeard. And we're going to block with Treebeard. No shadow, no damage. Now we attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to destroy this Orc of Mordor. And then Frodo is going to attack. Oh, he's exhausted. Now we're going to go to the next round. Card, Unexpected Courage. I spend 2 and put an Unexpected Courage onto Tom Cotton. And we're going to spend 3 and put a Red Book of Westmarch onto Pippin. So all the characters get +1 willpower that are hobbits while he's questing. We got a test of will. Okay. Go for the last gasp. We don't have to reveal enemies anymore. And we have 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 in the staging area. Going to put 1 progress on each of the locations. We're going to quest for, they actually switch first player tokens now. So we're going to quest for 1, 2. Gandalf goes away. It's 1, 2. 3. Start by 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Keep him exhausted. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Now we're going to exhaust him and add 1, 2, 3, 4, make it 44. So we're going to quest for 44 against 21. Echoing Passage and Ever Vigilance. Each player must choose either discard a questing character or raise your threat by X, where X is the number of questing characters. We are going to play a Test of Will and cancel that effect. So we added 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 to 25. So we quest successfully by 19. We are going to play 11sies. So we can take off 7 worth of willpower. We're going to ready up Tom. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now ready up Tom and this Hobbit Archer. So we reduce our threat by 3. Now we're going to travel to the 2 Watchers. And now we see are considered engaged with each player. We do not need to engage anyone. We do have Archery 6. So we're going to do one. We're going to have to destroy some characters. So we'll destroy Bilbo. That gets rid of a Fellowship. And this comes down. This is going to go on Pippin. So we have 5 left. Put 1 here. 4 left. 1 here. 3 left. 1 here. 2 left. And we'll put 1 here. 1 left. And then we're going to put 1 on Sam. Attacking. we're going to take this undefended. No shadow. 5 damage. We're going to cancel one with the honor guard and then raise our threat by 4. We're going to block this with Treebeard. No shadow, no damage. We're going to block with Tom Cotton. If you're engaged with another player, deal attack against that player. We're going to attack this wounded Uruk, and he's destroyed. Now, we're going to attack back. He has 5 defense, so we need 9. We're going to attack with Mary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rosie's going to give +3 to make 10 and attack and destroy the Watcher in the water. And when the Watcher in water leaves play, win the game. There we go. That was a tough one. Probably the longest I've ever played in this quest. But it was well earned. Resolution. When the players have advanced to stage, we did that. If Shagrat is in play, remove each item boon attached to it from the game. The players have lost those burdens, but we have these burdens here. He's not in play anymore. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the Black Gate. And I would say the MVPs were Gandalf and the Northern Tracker.